Are you paranoid? Well, you should be. Hi, I'm Roger Skulfuc, and today I'm going to be telling you all about the worst that can happen. Every year, literally, loads of people get mugged, stabbed, shot, burgled, carjacked, and it could be you next. You could be being watched right now by a psychopathic serial killing stalker, and you wouldn't even know about it until it was too late. Tonight, we're going to hear from people who've experienced real crime. Not stupid comedy made up crime or any of that pansy white collar shit, but real crime. Tonight, I'll be speaking to experts in the field of not getting mugged by smackheads. But first,
I was walking through the woods when this horrible little man tried to attack me and take my bag. Well, I was so scared I ended up punching his face in, kicking him half to death and leaving him for dead in the woods. It was so frightening.
I'm now joined by Larry Dusseldorf. He's a self-defense expert. So Larry, is kicking the crap out of muggers the best way to deal with the problem?
Well, only if they're unarmed, Roger. Otherwise, the best thing you can do is just lie on your back like a little doggy with your legs in the air, and that'll confuse the assailant. And if that doesn't work, put your little legs over your nose like that and they'll think you're all cute and leave you alone.
Right. Excellent advice there. I think you'll agree. Now then, after the break, we're going to be back finding out how to fend off a burglar with just a piece of cheese. See you then.
Are you fed up with trying to pick peas up with a fork and getting nowhere? Us too. That's why we invented the new Fork Mark II. Comes with a handy pea scoop, as seen on Dragon's Den.
Welcome back. More and more people are being affected by crime these days. Robbery, terrorism, genocide. The world's gone mad. People are dropping like flies. And what are the government going to do? Fuck all!
Yesterday I was minding my own business in town, handing out leaflets for the BNP, heckling black people, kicking young mothers, when a bunch of thugs in Free Tibet t-shirts came around, set about me. I smashed their faces right in, left them all in hospital, half dead and all that stuff. But I'm angry I tell you, because I was a victim of crime.
I'm joined now by Chief Inspector Jizpickle. So, Chief Inspector, what's the best way to deal with the rising tide in crime-induced misery that threatens to engulf us all in a tidal wave of shit and human flotsam and makes it impossible for an old deer to get outside without being stabbed?
Yes, Roger, I agree. The best thing I think we can do is all have guns. If every household had a gun, then all the burglars that came along would get shot and killed, and it'd be a safer place for all of us to live. Look at the safest places in the world at the moment. Rio, South Africa, Afghanistan, they've all got guns. See the connection?
Yes, indeed I do. Thank you, Chief Inspector.
Thank you.
During the show, we've been taking your phone votes on what we should do with the nation's criminals, and the results are in. And you voted overwhelmingly for hang the bastards. And I quite agree. That's it for tonight. Now, remember to join us next week when we find out whether cutting the bollocks off hippies really makes them less of a threat to national security. And remember, do have nightmares. It's bloody scary out there.